seems that no matter how often this keeps happening, it's like a never-ending thing. You're always seeing most of these shill media sites talking about how, the comic fandom is so toxic and there's something wrong with them and always all of this nonsense. And, it's like they don't seem to understand the hypocrisy of what they're saying, what they're doing, and exactly how it shows on themselves and the crap that they're talking about. Recently, I came across this article here from CBR, so that should tell you right off the bat. 10 worst things about comics fandom, and they go through talking about all the different things that some of these comic fandoms do, all kind of something like that. I'm not going to go through all of it. I'm just going to point out a few key ones that I saw and really show the absolute lunacy of these morons and what they're going through and what they intend to try and push it. Let's get into it without further ado. Number 10, manga or comics. This is a bold-faced lie, but let's see what they have to say. Manga has taken the US by storm. The late 2010s and early 2020s have seen manga skyrocket in popularity. The prevalence of anime on American airways played a huge part, and a robust industry has formed around the medium. Manga books outsell superhero comics by a wide margin, and this has led to both fandoms clashing in the worst ways. The irony is that the only differences between manga and comics is cultural, though. Fans can appreciate Western comics and Japanese books at the same time, and they often do. It's not an us or them situation. The clashes feel bizarre as each side fights a battle that no one else is even imagining. Now, this is the kind of nonsense I'm talking about. Saying that manga, this is the same lie that they try to use whenever it is. They seem to say that, comics are so popular right now and so good, so they decide to just lump manga in with American comics and say that, this is the overall broad thing. No, there was a point in time some years ago in United States where Japanese manufactured cars were outselling American manufactured cars. Yes, they're the same. Yes, it's a car, but it's from two entirely different places. So one is outselling the other, trying to say that manga and comics are in the same sphere. So you could try to lie and say that comics are doing so good. It's completely different, because manga is based on certain different things that we have, like historical facts and stuff like that. But even if you try to look at manga took something that is mostly American based when it comes to basically superheroes in My Hero Academia. And they made a series out of that. And that outsells anything Marvel or DC will put out. Because why? The quality of work that you're getting from manga is better. These creators, when it comes to manga, care about the actual stories that they're telling. Whereas when it comes to the comics in North America, they are hiring activists who want to push agendas into their books, and nobody gives a crap. So you're already making up here to say that manga and comics are the same thing. They're not. There's a complete difference between the two, because people are actually interested in one and could care less about the other. This next one, people complain but don't buy. Across comics Twitter, podcasters and assorted comic influencers lament books lost to low sales. Sales are the lifeblood of the industry, and no one likes it when a book they love disappears. However, a quick glance at the influencers' timeline reveals that they've never talked about this book or hyped it to their fans before it vanished. A big part of online comics discourse is people chastising other people for not buying books they themselves have largely ignored. There's a whole ecosystem of podcasters and YouTube channels that sympathize, that siphonize comics, and many online fans don't even actually buy the comics they say they love. However, they still find the time to pillory fans who give comic companies their money. So this one, they're pretty much directly talking to me, because my channel deals with comics also, among from other things. and the same people complain and don't buy. Why would I buy something that's not good? Explain that to me. Why would I buy something that's not good? Like I've said before, I've been reading comics for years. Since I was like about 6 or 7 years old, I've been reading comics. I live in Trinidad, right? So I wasn't, it didn't have a local comic store down the street or something where I could walk to and get comics. I had to get comics wherever I could find them. But I always liked comics. I was always reading comics. You ask anybody who may know me, I was always reading something. Comics, books, whatever. I was reading something. That's what I do. But I really do love comics. That's what I was doing. And when you put out garbage and you're telling people now that, people are complaining, but they don't buy. Why would I buy something that's not good? This is a fact we should understand. The reason people aren't buying the books are because they're not good. Look at this what they have here, for instance. This Batgirl and Spoiler. This is some kind of thing I think it's Gotham Knight or Bandits or something like that, Batgirls or something like that. They canceled this book because nobody was reading it. Why? Because it's nonsense. It's nonsense. When I saw the book, I was like, nah. When I really saw who was writing it, I was like, oh, hell no. I'm out. I've seen people do reviews and they talk about how, the characters talking in it don't sound like themselves because these are supposed to be grown women by now. And you're acting like they're 13 or 14. And it just doesn't make sense because these so-called creators go in and want to change something to the way they want it to be, rather than how these heroes are supposed to be. So this is why you end up getting these things. People are not going to go and spend money to do this. And yes, I do have, my channel does talk a lot about how terrible comics are right now. You don't think I want to cover good comics, how fantastic they are, how great they are, but I am not going to come here and lie to people. If something is terrible, I'm going to tell you it's terrible, because that trust that you have in me, that I have in you, that is something I am not going to break just to satisfy their notion that, you should love every piece of garbage that they put out. Nah, they could stay with that. Of course, they had to include this one, anti-LGBTQIA bigotry, because it's always bigotry. LGBTQIA comics are an amazing part of the comic industry. This has evolved tremendously, mostly due to indie comics and DC, whose Vertigo imprint was highlighting queer-friendly stories in the 90s. 20 years ago, a reader could pick up a Marvel comic and see homophobic jokes regularly. Now, comic companies put out queer titles from queer creators more than ever. However, anti-queer bigotry is alive and well in the comic fandom. Fans and even some creators speak out against LGBTQIA plus comics and creators. They use vile terms and bad faith arguments and have no problem pretending that they're the majority. The harassment queer fans and creators alike face is astounding, and it's not just cringeworthy, it's easily one of the most toxic elements of comics fandom. You see, this is the problem that it is constantly trying to push with this nonsense. There's always some anti-LGBT thing. Some people went against queer work. I think, no. Nobody cares about it. If you want to make comics, you want to make queer or LGBT, whatever comics, make that. What people have a problem with is when you take literally every character and just change their sexuality out of nowhere to fit this. That's what people have a problem with. If you want to make books about queer coming of age love story, make that. But nobody will actually read that, so you decide to go and force your way into something, and then act like everybody was really happy with it. You cannot make something for the smallest niche audience possible. If you're making something for 1% of 1%, that's a problem. I don't read queer comics. I have no interest in this kind of thing whatsoever. No, I want to read good stories about actual heroes that I enjoy, but you don't want to do that. And the minute anybody points out that, listen, it doesn't make sense how you just keep switching these characters' sexuality. No, that's offensive. That's homophobic. That's attacking everybody because everybody's just supposed to sit down, shut up, and love the crap that you're doing. And that doesn't make any sense. Tim Drake Robin, you understand me? Straight for years, had a love interest with Stephanie Brown. Everybody was going to do. All of a sudden, one day, you just decided to wake up and just have him go out there kissing boys. And then anybody say anything wrong with that, that's a problem. John Kent, a character who I dislike with a passion because I said before, I say again, they sacrificed him on the altar of woke. What did they do? When he was younger, had a girlfriend. Well, girl he liked. When he went to the future, had a girlfriend. When he was doing DC Future State, had a girlfriend. Out of nowhere, no, let us make him gay, and then anybody who doesn't like that now is somehow some kind of homophobe. It doesn't make sense. Nobody is attacking you. If you want to make your stories about that, you do it on your own. But the minute you start shoving that into the mainstream industry, changing heroes, people have a problem with it because all they become about after that is just their sexuality, nothing else. Look at Iceman, Omega level mutant who only shows up every now and again to remind everybody he's the gay X-Man. That's it. It's ridiculous, man. Nobody is out there attacking you. People just want good stories. That's all. Harassing creators. Yeah, that's what happens. It's good. Comic creators are brilliant writers and artists. Some of them. They create worlds and characters that fuel pop culture. Many of them have vibrant presences on social media, interacting with their fans and talking about these worlds that everyone loves so much. For many fans, a comment from a favorite creator or a retweet is a joyous event. However, others choose a darker path. Many fans go out of their way to harass comic creators. Sometimes it's openly racist or sexist, sometimes it's just mean-spirited. Many creators have had fans say terrible things about them, and some get more harassment than others. This element of toxic fandom has always been weaponized by grifters, especially from the Comicsgate movement, and the problem isn't going away. Basically, Comicsgate don't give a damn about you all at all. All Comicsgate is doing right now is just making comics and enjoying themselves. That's all. We talk about harassing creators. Dan Slott is literally on Twitter practically every day attacking somebody. Heather Antos repeatedly tells people to go screw themselves because she doesn't like what she does at all. You understand me? The woman who did Harley Quinn, Eat, Kill, Bang, Toss, I always keep forgetting her name, but she has one of the most toxic, vile, disgusting behaviors online ever. You're talking about these creators getting harassed. No, if fans ask them something or say anything with it, they just lose it and just start attacking people because you see, they want everybody to think just like them. You must only be surrounded with people who think like them. So if somebody comes up and says to them, listen, this what you're doing doesn't make sense. Talk to somebody, no. That is the difference between manga creators and comic book creators. The manga creators listen to their fans, talk with their fans, want to make their fans happy because you see, they know for a fact their fans are the most important thing to them. You have comic book creators basically telling their so-called fans, shut their damn mouth, take what I put out there, and just flicking well, enjoy it. If you don't, I will destroy you. That's what they're doing. You're talking about fans harassing these people. These people are harassing everybody. Oh, this one is just absolute hypocrisy. Not giving indie comics a chance. Every month, small companies release brilliant indie comics, spearheaded by companies like Image, Dark Horse, Boom, and AWA. There's a thriving ecosystem of indie creators. The crowdfunding scene has gifted the industry with a variety of voices, and while some indie creators eventually join Marvel or DC, their most unique work is wholly their own. Indie comics tell a variety of stories beyond normal superhero fare, showcasing the comics medium versatility and power. right? They then go on talk about how, you know, these people don't get thing. I remember it, I was going to say something. The hypocrisy of this for CBR to put that out. When is the last time CBR covered anything from the Ripperverse? Anything that Eric July is doing? He's literally on his way right now, you understand me, to making over $5 million on just 2 comics. And they literally refuse to cover anything that he does. As far as they are concerned, the Ripperverse is the enemy. They mustn't cover that. There have actually been people from CBR actively going online to attack Eric July and his Ripperverse. But no. Here you are talking about how, not giving indie comics a chance. Are you covering something from quite possibly the most successful indie comic creator right now? No. But this is the hypocrisy of CBR. This is what they are doing. Absolutely ridiculous. Wow. They continue on to talk about gatekeeping, but I find this one doesn't make any kind of sense. To be honest with you, I find it doesn't make any kind of sense. Talk about how, older fans are sometimes harassing new people who want to get into the industry, and they don't know about certain area. That's never been it. Like I say, I live in Trinidad. I didn't have knowledge of everything, and there's some people who told me things and explained things to me. That's what happened. Nobody is out there gatekeeping anything. You just want to make up something to feel special. But again, you see, this entire thing is just one giant excuse to show just how absolutely deluded these people are. Absolutely. Talk about the 10 worst things about comics fandom. No, it's the comic book mania that keeps pushing these things to act like it's something that is actually happening when it isn't. Most people don't care. Most people have no interest in this nonsense whatsoever. People just want to read good comics and enjoy themselves. But this whole thing seems like it's something like maybe 2017, 2019, or something like that. Back when they were trying to hype up this all kind of thing and just draw this line in the sand. It's these chill sites like CBR and the rest of them who keep trying to grind this wedge about how it's fans versus creators and then act like it's some big thing. It's not. You are the ones pushing this nonsense, and this entire article that shows absolute utter crap that you're doing. See, these people are just wrong. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like the video, remember to hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell and notify every time I put out a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.